No problem. I can just look at your op.gg for a second. So you run Yas with TP, that's fine. I see some games you run Ignite, Lethal Tempo. I don't know about the Cosmic Insight secondary. I think Berserker Greed's Rush is like super strong on Yas. So I honestly would not recommend going Magical Footwear because it stalls you out if it's a slow game to like 12-minute boots, and that's pretty bad. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend
Yeah.
that.
But
I think
like
conditioning secondary is so good.
like the thing with like the magical footwear is that like ever since like the Berserker nerfs, like
Mhm.
the early move speed isn't I mean like the early attack speed isn't like cutting it. So I normally rush for recurve
Mm,
bow with two daggers so I can like always like pull
Purple
off
two
at least like
daggers.
an air blade. Yeah.
That's fine. You don't necessarily. I still think Berserker Greaves is like perfectly fine to rush on Yas.
Yeah,
Honestly, but that's
because
fine
like
if you don't want to rush tier two boots. Like you can
yeah,
go, but I still think, especially mid lane, and he's a melee champ. I think having
yeah.
tier one boots at least is really helpful to avoid ganks and move around the map. So I honestly would not recommend going magical footwear. I think you should go Resolve Tree secondary or Biscuits is fine per se. Cosmic Insight. I'm just looking at some of your OP dot here. Sorry, don't me. I'll screen share this. I wasn't. Let me screen share what I'm looking at. I'm looking at your op.gg. Let me screen
Yeah.
share.
Like the thing I'm like why I'm running footwear is because I run footwear when I like know like the laning phase is gonna be like really like
Really slow,
um
scaly. Is that what
yeah,
you
really
mean?
slow. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
run
Let me see one again. I just want to see where you are at knowledge wise. See the games where you do run biscuits. See if it's actually a slow game because it's actually really helpful to run to not have to go boot. It's really helpful to get boots early on, Yas. But I mean, it looks like maybe it was just one game an outlier. See, against Singe, I think you actually maybe you're against Galio mid. I don't know if it was Singe or
nah
Galio.
it was
This,
Gallium mid but then they swapped lanes.
oh, okay. I think boots is always helpful in melee matchups for spacing. It might seem like a scaling lane, but the thing is, if you don't have boots, this guy has really good gank setup. Here, are you looking at my screen? Because I'm looking at your
Yeah, yeah,
op.gg. Okay,
yeah, I'm looking at
they like Galio. Oh shit, Galio has really good gank setup, so having boots is pretty helpful. I'm just trying to see the games where you do go boots to see if it's worth it. I think boots is helpful because you can die a lot to ganks, and this guy has E. Yeah, the Viego, he can run at you pretty fast. So, mm,
but I
I
feel
th-
like Viego could like never gank Yasuo because I can just win while stun. I
I
can
mean,
just
but
dodge his Q.
they have good gank setup with Galio. He'll just E on you, taunt you, and then even if you win wall, he'll just while you're taunted. Like you get what I'm saying? They have really good gank setup with the Galio. Like I get what you're saying in
Yeah.
a pure isolated 1v1, you can win wall as W, but like you have to also look at the guy you're laning versus. If this was say like a Xerath, yeah, you can win wall both E and W, but the Galio has really, and even against Singe, you're not sure if like it's probably not Singe mid, but even against Singe, they can just slow you and like run you down. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily say you can just win wall his thing. Here, I think Boots is. Did you go top lane, Yas, in this game?
Uh,
I
wait,
think
what game was it again?
this is against
It was
Jace.
against nah, I went. Oh yeah, I went top.
Oh yeah, here we could. Do you have an extra OC? Because I actually play on NA. Do you have an extra OCE account I could use to spectate your games or no? Because otherwise, I
I could,
can't actually look at
I,
your games.
I could screen share one of my games,
Um, here. Oh,
or I could create one if you want.
no, I would have to run through the tutorial. There is like a way to do it, but I'd have to like. There's like a whole way. Fuck. Let me see. Link.io. Is that what it is? Shit. That's the problem because I play on NA, so I couldn't actually watch your games. Do you want to play a live game and I coach you through it, or
Right.
I would need to watch one of your VODs, but I play on NA, so I can't actually watch it.
I can download a VOD right now because I have
You
my matches.
okay, and then send it to me or something?
Like
I mean,
you,
sure, we can watch it from your perspective if you want to screen share it. It's a little weird
yeah.
because I like to pause and play certain things, but yeah, that could
I can
work.
pause whenever like you want me to. Like what
All
game do
right.
you want to watch?
Well, whichever game you feel you weren't sure what to do. Like if there it was a game you just weren't sure why you won, weren't sure why you lost, we can go over that.
This game was pretty straightforward. Um, oh yeah, this game. I don't know why I lost this one.
Well, this one's pretty like your whole team is behind. Maybe you could carry, but your whole team is just kind of trolling. I mean,
Yeah,
this one, some games would just be like this, honestly. Like we can go up real quick. Go up. You had another defeat where you did well, 7-5 to let's see this one. I mean, your team is kind of inting as well. Oh, this is the one
yeah.
we just looked at. Um, here there was one other one where you had a decent KDA but lost 7-8-6. Go up the 7-8-6 game. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, this one looks a little bit closer. You were playing mid or top?
I was playing. Shit, what was I playing? I was playing mid, but
Okay,
I
you're
kind of
getting
entered
pretty
this
good
game.
farm. You intend. We can look over your early game and see what happened. But this one looks okay to look at. This is just off like face value and looking at the scores. But yeah, mm, mm, mm. Yeah, you can
I do
definitely.
I do remember how Hecarim entered a lot. He was like 4-0 and he
Hmm.
ended like 6-11.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, that's always a toughie.
Wait,
To
can you see my screen?
yeah, I could see. I think Cosmic Insight is okay. It's fine to run. You do go biscuits. Can I see your rooms?
Shit. How do I pull that up again?
Yeah, tab and then hit C. Or you have to click on yourself, click on your champ, and then hit C,
Shit. Where is that?
and then hit C. Okay, you went biscuits. That's fine. I mean, if this is just what you personally like, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Biscuits can be helpful against range matchups. Cosmic Insight's
Yeah.
always useful, so that's okay. Do you go D Blade or D Shield in this matchup?
I got the shield.
That's fine. I think as you get more comfortable, you can run D Blade against Ahri specifically, but D Shield is fine. Like this is okay. And then
Yeah.
are you the type of Yasuo that like starts eat here? Okay, see, this is like the problem with me not being able to do it. But pause real quick. You go back to yourself. The game starts here. I just have to say this, but like the game starts obviously from level one. If you look at where
Yeah.
we're standing, we're like not really doing anything. You want to be standing up further in lane, like
Like around
that,
here.
like around there, without dying,
Yeah.
obviously, but you can cover anything if they decide to walk through mid lane. If you see them in the bush, you can cover. This is like a super AFK start. This is like you just queuing up the
Yeah.
game running to lane.
I was on my
But
phone.
okay, well yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess we're just like kind of having fun, which is fine. This is like we're just
Yeah.
chilling. But yeah, that's we just in the future want to at least do something. Something is better. Obviously, you don't want to be so out of position you die, but you want to be doing at least a little something. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay, you can play it through.
And
Mm,
yeah, I was just chilling until like I like hear like a bunch of pings.
okay. There's nothing really
These
you
guys.
can do about this, but I would ping them off. Now you're starting to run there. There's nothing you can do about that. That's on your bot lane. But for
Yeah, I
yourself,
was.
I would like not be so AFK.
Yeah,
That's fine. You can like kind of zoom forward a little bit. Mm. You can kind of fast forward a little bit. You can click one, like the plus button once. Okay,
yeah.
slow down, slow down. Here, do we start Q or E? We should start Q and try
I
to get as
I
much
started
farm.
I started E, but I missed this opportunity to E on him because he was playing
Yeah,
really aggressive.
this is fine. This is like we're trading
Because I
hard.
have yeah,
You
because
have
I have D shield
biscuits. We have D
and
shield
biscuit.
biscuits,
Yeah,
so this is fine. Yeah. If this is your strategy, like trade hard early level one, you have biscuits as well, like that's perfectly fine if that's why you run biscuits. That
yeah. I missed my
one,
water here.
yeah, okay. We play for level two here. They also have a here, pause real quick. I know we're focused on the 1v1, and that's what I do. Like, if you're a bot lane, I focus solely on 2v2. If you're mid lane, I focus on 1v1. But we still have to be
Yeah,
aware of the jungle. So, it is a Rammus jungle if it's something like Nunu jungle. If it's something like Lilia, you don't have to worry. But if it's something like a Rammus jungle, this is like key time for O10 Yasuo camp mid lane. So, you want to be aware of enemy jungle. So, just are you aware that
yeah,
their jungle's Rammus and stuff?
yeah. I mean, like usually when I have like the opportunity, I would like look toward over here or over here. But like, I was just focused on the
If
1v1 at the moment.
That's fine. I mean, you're getting pushed in, so you don't really have an opportunity to ward. You typically want to
Yeah,
ward after level two. You hit level two, but this I just was curious if you were aware of jungle. But yeah,
yeah.
you could play it out. This is
Well,
fine.
like some games around like a minute 30, I
Hmm.
would like the Raptors here.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, early ward to see where they're starting if they're coming.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah,
That's good. Here, poke. Okay, we're trading kind of hard. That's fine. That's good. We still have
yeah.
biscuits. That's good. I would thin out
And
this wave a little bit more because now there's like a bigger wave is going to be crashing on you. I would like queue the wave. You can also stack up your Q and get Q3 poke. Like with you can
yeah,
threaten her with tornado, but I would queue these two minions here to kind of thin down
Aegis.
this wave. Yeah, I would queue like you know what thinning down the wave means, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so I would queue these minions to thin down the wave. Otherwise, a big ass wave is going to crash on your tower. So that's why you want to start thinning down right here. Here she has no
Yeah.
flash, so this is fine. She doesn't have charm if you notice. She went WQ. So you can
Yeah.
kind of just do this for free. Here I don't think I would Q that. I mean, unless you're gonna shove recall, I wouldn't EQ that. You want to go back.
Yeah, right.
You can just hit the backspace and it'll go back 15 seconds. But this is why like that was good, but here you made a mistake, so that's why I want to cover this. Here this is a good trick. You can play it. This is a good trade. This is perfectly fine, but I wouldn't EQ here. Why? Pause it. I wouldn't EQ there because she is like. Do you know why you wouldn't EQ there or no?
Well, like I figured like she was really low and she has no sustain anymore because she's two pots and she's probably gonna have to look for a recall. So I
So you
try to
want to
like
shove the wave
match the
in?
recall. Yeah, shove the wave and then match the recall.
That's fine. I mean, you can kind of get a freeze off here, but if you're gonna like shove in and then reset, that's fine as well. You're gonna have to trade your TP, but you do have two potions, so you technically could stay in lane, pop your potion, trade her a bit, and then TP back in. Do you kind of see that? Like you'll have a slight
Yeah,
more. Plus, also if you recall here, you only have 11 minions. Like even if you're recall, you don't really get that good of recall. You can get a better
yeah,
recall and punish her TP. So I wouldn't. I would actually freeze this. Like I wouldn't EQ through these minions. I would just naturally walk back, and then you can kind of set up a freeze here if she does reset.
right.
Mhm. I'm
But I
kind of.
didn't know Rammus started blue. I thought he started red and maybe did like a full clear up towards top side because he was spotted bot side.
Oh, okay. I mean
Yeah,
that's. We just want to still be aware of jungle. I'm pretty sure you haven't warded yet, so you want to make sure. once you're level two, especially against these early game jungles that you're warding. So after this trade,
Yeah.
I would have after that trade I would have walked back, not EQ'd, and then I would have warded while she's recalling, and then you're in like a perfect position, still a potion, still a biscuit. You still have TP, she's TPing. She TP'd, but she's level two. She can't really buy anything. So does it make sense like how you could be in a much better position by just like keeping
Yeah.
this freeze?
Yeah.
But yeah, it also gives you an opportunity to ward while she's like basing, so you cover the gank. So that's why I think that's like sort of a mistake, but you can play it through. And I've recorded this, so you can rewatch what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Here, you know she still has no flash, no charm, so you can get a free kill. You might, if you, if you can get to that minion, flash out, you'll be fine. I would flash. Oh, you
Yeah.
got a little cocky there with the emote. I mean, I would have flashed because you kind of know he's gonna follow you with flash, but that's fine. You can just play it. I think that one's kind of
Yeah,
self-explanatory.
I didn't expect like the order to like kill me there. Like I thought if I flashed, he would flash follow order me, but
Hmm.
um I didn't expect it to kill me.
I
Like
mean, that's just like more game knowledge. Like he 100% if he autos can kill you here, but that's fine. Like this is all good, but like if you just pause, not now you don't have to pause, but if you just look at your HP here, if you look at your HP here, pause it. Like auto is gonna 100% kill you. Like so, I would just not greed flash. I would have flashed early because but yeah, this is more
yeah,
mechanical. This is more mechanical, but you can play it. Like it's fine, good solo kill. You still got a solo, so it's like one for one. But now you have no flash, and Rammus can easily gank you. So now you
yeah,
have to really be careful. Does that make sense?
yeah,
Hmm. But yeah, you can. If you hit the plus minus button, you can like skip forward a little faster. You can just skip forward, and then once you get in lane, you can slow it back down. Here, I would have
yeah.
actually TP'd. Do you know why you TP here?
For the cannon.
For the cannon, but also your wave is pushing out. If the wave was pushing into you, you can save TP, but if the wave is pushing out, that means anything you're gonna miss all those minions. Does that make sense? If it's pushing out, but if it's pushing into you,
Yeah,
the minions are gonna be there. So this is just like
yeah,
general rule of thumb: wave pushing out, TP to fix wave. Wave pushing in, you can save TP. Okay,
yeah. But I thought like the wave was like equal. Like I
it's
like counted like a bit, but then
it's
like
about equal, but honestly, you have a little bit more minions. It's gonna push out. It's like close
yeah,
to equal, but it is pushing into him. Also, it's because this guy EQ'd the back line, so that kind of changed it. But
yeah,
you miss like a lot more minions for no reason. You both of you guys save TP for no reason. I think it's perfectly fine to because like she'll get three extra minions, you get none, but it's fine. Like I would TP to get as much EXP as possible, especially early game.
alright,
I wouldn't save TP.
yeah,
Unless you think if you TP in, you're just gonna randomly die to a Ram is ganking you again. I would use TP early, but
right.
you could play it.
Yeah, I got a recurve on my recall.
That's fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine. If you're going Bork, you could go Vamp
yeah,
Scepter, but if all you have is Recurve Bow, like that's fine. Recurve Bow is fine. That's a good purchase. Here you want to crash this because you don't want to be
yeah.
stuck in a
I was
pushing wave
yeah, I was looking at jungle and I tried to crash it as fast as possible for Pyro.
to help move. Yeah, that's fine. That's
Yeah,
perfectly valid. Good. Here, no charm, no flash. You can go look to help him.
and then I saw that Rammus was running away, and then I'm pretty sure I warded and I walked back to lane.
It's
I
fine.
didn't even ward.
I would definitely ward if I were in this
Ah, I
situation.
didn't.
I would ward. Okay, that's good. This is fine. This is all good. This is all good laning. Yeah, that's fine. Mm-mm-mm. Good Q. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. This is good positioning. You want to stand as far away as possible from her. I'd be a little careful here. Pause it. Go back. I would be a little careful about eing in there. Do I know why? Like this is a
But
lower ranked player, but the reason why I would probably just Q from range and be a little careful is she can get a super strong trade on you for practically free. She can E you as you're Eing mid dash, so you can't even really win wall. Like she can
yeah,
QW you so like you kind of straight up disrespect here, and against a better player, you'll get punished hard for this. So I would just like stack up Q from a range. It didn't happen to you because this is
I
like
mean, she like
lower rank.
kind of tried it, but she like hella missed it.
She hesitated. She didn't really realize, but play it through. Like against a better
I
player, like diamond player, if you E right here, well she queued, but she could lead with E.
yeah,
She could lead with E. Does that make sense? Like if she led with
yeah,
E, you get insta charmed. Like I only like if she has no charm, that's perfectly fine to E in first. But since she has charm, I wouldn't like just E straight on her unless if you're planning that to like win wall it and then bait out her charm for like some jungle gank. But like you get what I'm saying? I'd be a little
yeah,
careful
yeah.
about that. Yeah, you can play
I
it
mean,
out.
she like griefed her charm, but I also kind of grief my win more
That's
because
fine.
I like win
They're
more.
pretty much trading. That's how this matchup works. You trade Windwall for charm. But yeah, this is all fine. I would queue this. That's fine. You're letting it shove in, playing it slower. That's fine. Not really much you can do. This lane's a little slow. But I would queue
Yeah,
the pause it here. I would queue the free CS like that. I know you did it here, but the you want to be doing
like
it every time,
back
so
to
that's why I
back.
bring it up. No, no, no. The minion, the melee minion that was right there, you just kind of missed it. I don't know if you were gonna E it, but I would queue to stack up your Q so that you just stacking up your Q for free. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
want to
makes sense,
stack
makes
up
sense.
your Q as freely as possible, and then you have your third Q to just do more. But if you can get a free
Yeah,
Q, yeah, you just want to farm with Q. Not
yeah,
always, but for the most part, if it's free. But you can play it out. You still want
yeah.
to
I
watch out for
saw,
jungle.
yeah, I saw Rammus here. I didn't want to
Hmm.
like use E at all and accidentally like misposition
Dashing.
myself as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's perfectly valid. That's fine. You can play it out. It's good that you're letting it
I
shove in, no flash. Here, you can queue this one. Nice. See, this is why you queue, so you have third queue up, and you can just queue this guy and walk it out. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. You just queue and walk it out. I would take that plan in the future, but that's fine. And like, yeah, exactly. You just queue the minions. If it's free, you just queue, stack up your queue. If you don't know that she's recalling because she's on Fog of War, so it's fine
yeah,
to like freeze. You still have TP, so even if she recall TP's back, this is perfectly fine. You just know
yeah.
she has TP. But you
I
see,
thought,
hmm?
I thought like since like grubs was spawning soon, I thought like she would like walk up and maybe help with that. But since my jungle's like bot
Bot
side,
side,
I'm
you can't
probably
really do
gonna
grubs.
and he's probably gonna like full clear this because it's like silver.
Hmm.
Like I was looking for like a freeze. I wasn't
Yeah,
like
that's
trying to
that's
queue the
perfectly.
minions
This is
much.
a freeze here is perfectly good. This is all correct. She's gonna miss these
Yeah,
5 minions, so you can play it out. You can play it through. This is all correct. So I don't need to cover. I'm assuming I don't really have to cover it if it's all correct. This is good. Farm with E. Last hit.
yeah, and then I like thin these two out
Yeah, this is
because
good.
I was
You
gonna
can even
windfall.
win wall. You can. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is fine. Yeah, this is all good. I would take that plan in future, kind of messing with my OCD, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, but it's all good. This is
I
all it's all
kind of missed
correct.
this for like dropping aggro.
Uh, okay, no, this is fine. I would thin out a little more here, like because now you're stuck in this position and you're gonna be tanking a lot more. But so you
Yeah.
want to
No,
thin it to this position. See this exactly. This is why you don't E in. She punished it this time if she leads with charm, but if you E in like that while her charm's up, she'll just insta charm you. Okay? That makes sense? Like
yeah,
this time you get punished for it. So that's why I brought it up the last time. Here, kind of ballsy. She's just missing charm, but if she hits you with charm, you get fatty chunks. So be a little careful about just walking up if her charm's up. But like this, you kind of like I don't know if it's disrespecting her or just not thinking about it, but you kind of just walk up when she has charm, and like I could see this
yeah,
happening in different games. Like if the enemy, say Nautilus, is standing right there, I'm sure you know, but like you want to identify key abilities that the enemy has and then play around them because she's just charming you for
yeah,
free. But it's fine,
yeah.
you can play it out.
I saw a fight at Grubs like and then I tried to chunk her down with my ult as much as I could
That's
so that she doesn't
fine.
get higher because I'm already low.
That's valid. In the future, I would look at the fight because like it's fine if you saw the fight and were like, I don't want like that's fine. That can work. I just bring up like if the fight is winning, maybe rotate to the fight instead. I'm not sure if it's winning, but like you get what I'm saying? You could chunk out the
Yeah,
girl and not bring her to the fight, but there is also another option of rotating to the fight, so just be aware of that option, okay?
yeah, yeah. But like Nessus was also like just coming home from base and more than
Yeah,
like
so
the
you,
early.
honestly, you probably don't win. This is fine
Yeah,
though. It's fine to not rotate. I just meant in the future, be aware. In this situation, like this is perfectly fine.
yeah,
Here, your wave's in a little bad state, so you want to crash this. And because she's
yeah,
you don't have to actually play scared here. I would just, yeah, exactly. Maybe you see she's and you can just, you know what means, right? Out of mana.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Then
Like you,
Rammus came.
this is, yeah. You can probably eat through and live if you have one wall. They have no mana. Like this looks fine. Yeah, you're good. You can skip forward, like you can hit play the plus until you guys get back in lane. Here I would TP. Okay, good. If we see her recalling, I would just insta crash this wave and start hitting tower plates. You also have no
Yeah,
vision, so you want to push this out and get vision.
yeah.
You don't really drop
I bought
wards. Mhm.
yeah. I bought pickaxe instead of Vamp Scepter for the because I had
That's
like
fine. That's yeah, that's fine because it's a better item build as well. That's if you want to buy pickaxe, if you have item gold, buying pickaxe is
yeah,
perfectly fine. That's good.
yeah,
Your laning honestly looks fine. It might be your mid game macro why you're losing because your lane honestly you
yeah.
look fine.
I
But
uh
I'd have to
want me to
look more at
check.
your mid game.
Yeah. I mean we win this fight.
This is good. See, this is here. Pause. But like, if you plan on roaming and stuff, this is why boots. You're not running boots in this game. But not only is it like boots helpful just in general, like maybe you don't need boots, but it also helps for traversing the map. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So it's not just like, oh, I don't need to buy boots because I can live in lane, but it also helps if you roam a lot. So you can play it through.
yeah,
It's good. Try to get the kills. Unlucky. This is all fine.
yeah. And I thought
Maybe,
yeah. I
they're
tried
really
pushing
low.
up tried pushing this out and maybe look
You,
for a dive
you
on
can
these
play it
two.
through. Let me see what you actually did, and then you can explain it. But yeah, if you go here, push out this wave. This Hecarim's going in a
And
little early, but that's perfectly
yeah,
fine. Yeah, that all work. That's fine. That's a good idea. Push dive. You have to know that Ari is coming. So even though there's too low, Ari's gonna be full HP with ult coming to counter this dive. Does that make sense? So be aware of that.
yeah.
But
Well,
otherwise, that's a good look.
I wanted to push forward, but like this Hikram just
That's fine.
like
Honestly, if he trades 2 for 1, it's fine. Like if he traded
yeah,
1 for 1 or just solo died, that's horrible. But if he trades 2 for 1, that's fine here.
yeah, but it's just that like Hikram was like full HP and had a bounty, and like we could have avoided like him dying and instead like maybe Brom dying instead of him.
Yeah, honestly, I
Like
think it's fine in
uh,
this situation. Do I know why? Because Ari is coming, so if you are gonna dive this, you're sort of on a timer for the Ari roam. Because if you guys are all stuck hitting these guys on the tower, Ari full HP could maybe trade back even 2 kills. Does that make sense? Like she might be able
yeah,
to kill Hecarim and Braum. So I honestly think in this, if Ari wasn't here, I agree with you. Play it slow. There's no need for this guy to dive without wave. But since Ari is coming in this situation, I don't know if this was his plan, but you want to kill these guys ASAP before Ari can cover the dive. So in this specific situation, I don't know if this was his plan, but it's perfectly fine for him to dive early. But like you get what I'm saying? Like why? Like if Ari wasn't here, you can play it slow. You no one needs to die, but since Ari's here, you're kind of on a timer since she has ulti and full HP. So I like that's why you kind of want to rush a dive if you are gonna dive. But yeah,
yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's what I was talking about. Hikram started 4-1, then he ended fucking 6-11.
We'll see. Like we can kind of focus on what he did, and like you can maybe ping him off. or whatever if he's inting, but like there's nothing really you can do if this guy literally decides to click in like this. Like in this situation, it's fine, but like if he decides to
Yeah.
int, there's nothing you can do. So we just focus on you, okay?
Yeah, and then I saw like these guys were low and like the wave crashed, so I like walked back mid to catch this like wave
That's
that's
good.
coming.
That's good. Yeah, you didn't get any kills,
And
so you don't have much
like
gold here.
yeah,
Like I would just go mid immediately. I would go mid immediately. You can skip forward. Okay, I don't know why we're staying bot. There's no world. I don't know if you think we can dive 1v3 with Braum, but like she has ulti, she has flash. We're like it might not seem like much, but we actually waste like 5 seconds there. Just run mid there. Like this girl's full
uh
HP. You just run mid.
oh wait, no, I remember I stayed for plating. I like stole like part of the
That's
plating.
okay. Honestly, if it splits between 3 people, you get like 40 gold. So in the future, it's not really worth it to stay. If it's 3 people, if it's one person, it's 125, but like divide that by three, you get 40 gold. So honestly, if you're missing minions for mid wave for 3 people, it's not. Does that make sense? Why it's like not really worth to stay
Yeah,
truthfully? Okay, but you can play it
yeah.
through. But yeah, I see what you're saying. You can skip
Then
forward
like
until like you can follow yourself. Like you can fast forward a little bit. We can see you're running back mid. It's good. You want to catch this wave. You're kind of low on HP, so I would push this wave and recall if that's what you do. Especially if we see
yeah,
Ari bot. If Ari stayed bot, like
yeah, I
this,
restayed but
you know what you're supposed to do here, right? You just push mid, hit this mid tower. Especially if we see Rammus bot too. If we don't see Rammus bot, Rammus could cover you pushing mid since Ari's bot. But if we see them both bot in the future, if you ever see your mid lane bot, don't freeze unless you have some like really amazing freeze. Just push and start hitting their tower, okay? But
yeah,
watch out for jungle. Watch out for jungle. Their jungle could cover. If you see the bot in mid, if you see mid and jungle bot, just push and hit tower. So this is all good. This is good. You can even get tower plate. Okay, yeah.
yeah.
You can fast forward a little bit. I kind of know what's going on. You're just gonna hit this tower recall. Maybe you don't recall. Yeah, you hit this tower recall. This is all fine. Run back. Can you see what you bought?
I bought Vamp Scepter and a dagger
Okay, that's fine. That's all good.
for
I
boots
would
later.
maybe buy boots in the future. It seems like you don't think boots is that helpful, but boots is
Yeah,
actually still good on Yas. I personally think. I think it's good on any melee champ. The reason why boots is. Do you understand why boots are good on melee champs?
yeah, like helping for like
Sticking on the
spacing or
opponent,
like
spacing.
dodging.
Cause like a range champ can hit you from range, but the melee champ has to close that gap. So you need movement speed to close that gap. And also it's a
Yeah,
Ari Rammus. In this game specifically, Ari Rammus boots movement speed is super helpful against both these guys. So in the future I would probably buy boots in this game. Like that makes sense why.
yeah,
Okay, but otherwise you're doing fine without them. But again, like higher rank, it might matter more. I'd have to see why you're losing. Honestly, your early game was perfectly fine, so it must be like your mid game macro why you're losing. But I can honestly help you with that. I know what to do on Yas. I used to play a lot of Yas. I honestly play every champ. Sorry, I know I'm kind of ranting, but we can kind of look what's going on here.
yeah.
This I don't think you actually rotate to this. You wanna know why? This is
Cause
kind of a bait. Here, go back, hit the backspace button. It'll just go on. Yeah, you can or you can click that. The reason why you don't rotate to this is you don't see this is why you need boots. You can catch this guy if you have boots, but since you don't have boots, he like you can sit here and chase him, but if he right clicks back to his fountain and you right click his fountain, he's gonna get there first because you just won't catch him. Does that make sense? Why I went like
yeah,
he's low, but you're just not gonna catch him. And then there's no point
yeah,
in chasing Ari in jungle. So this is like when boots would be helpful, but like it looks free if this guy stands here and walks into you or stands here and recalls, you can kill him. But I wouldn't chase this because you literally just can't catch him. That makes sense?
yeah,
And then in the interim, you could have pushed, like instead of doing this, here, go back over midwave. You could have pushed midwave, made Ari miss all this instead of chasing for this kill that you never would have gotten probably. So you could have made
yeah,
Ari miss this pressure mid tower. So yeah, you can play
yeah.
it through. But that's why I wouldn't chase. You,
Wait,
you
hold
can play.
on. My mom's like ganking me right now. Hold on, I'll be back in a
Okay,
bit.
all right, all good.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay, no problem. But you can play it through. So yeah, I would just stay mid here and push out this wave because like you
Yeah,
see, there's no world you can ever catch this more. Does that make sense? Like if he decides to
yeah.
just run, like Nasus would have to kill him. But yeah, otherwise that's fine. Mm, okay, we still can you hit tab? Do we have a ward? Oh, something just happened.
Wait, my bad, my bad.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Is everything good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, nah. She just came back home.
Oh, okay. Um, but yeah, you can see here. Can you hit tab? See if you have a ward. You want to make sure you're dropping wards not only for
Yeah,
yourself, but it also helps your team. That's what someone told me. Sometimes I think about like, oh, I don't need a ward, but it also gives vision for your team. So I would drop a ward for them as well, okay?
yeah,
Otherwise, you can play it through, wave clear, it's all good. But this is why it's good. It's just free to have Q3. It's nice. That's why you farm with Q. This is fine. This is all fine. I'd have
yeah.
wind
I
wall
dropped
ready.
the
Okay, that's good. Yeah, you drop a ward. I think it's more mid game where you're struggling with not maybe not knowing what to do or maybe just farming too much. I'm not sure why you're losing these games. Like I know your Hecarim may be inted, but we can see what you did because your laning looks fine. You're punishing well. You just saw her charm, so you go in. That's perfectly
yeah.
fine. You have to watch out
I
for
mean,
Rammus though,
yeah.
but
And
you
then
can
I
play it
see,
through. Huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
Ramis was coming, but it was
Okay.
like kind of too late.
Do you die here? No, I don't think you die here. There's no world you die
Yeah,
here.
uh,
You just walk it out. This Rammus is not really ganking. Here,
yeah. I
you're
like
baiting for
baited for
Hecarim. This is good. This guy might just ult out, but that's fine. Trading ult. It's all good. You can play off Void Grubs here. That's good. Ahri's probably gonna TP back in, but this guy can start Void Grubs. You can pressure. If you see this guy on Void Grubs, you can kind of safely assume Ahri's gonna recall here. I would just hard shove this. Is this what you do? Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, see, your lane looks good, so I'm not sure. It must be your mid game, but you're doing proper things lane. Only thing with laning was probably you wasted time. I do think boots can help you. Not only does yeah, I think boots can help you not only with just like you don't really need them 1v1, but it also helps if you do move around the map. But
yeah,
here you see them jungle, you're rotating. That's good. You do save TP a lot. That's fine, I guess. That's okay. Do you like to save TP for like if a bot fight breaks out or something? Is that why you save
yeah.
TP? Or
I don't really know what to do with like TP like mid game because I like what I usually like to do is like I always like split push cause and then like I always save it for like a objective so I
that's
split
fine. I or
like
like
maybe
I don't mean mid game. I mean lane phase. Like, do you save? Are you? Well, I'm not sure. Like we can cover mid game TPing, but like for lane phase, is there a reason you don't really TP back to lane?
I like use TP like
If
whenever
you
I
take
like
a
fuck
back
up.
trade or something, that's
Yeah,
fine.
if I
You
take like
can.
a bad trade or if I die, like I TP to catch like the wave again.
That's fine. Like you could save TP for those situations, but like I would still be aware that if you can TP for farm and not missing anything, that's good as well. Like knowing those like those TP usages, but that's fine as well. If like you want to save TP for that.
Yeah,
Mhm. Otherwise, you can play it through here, just farming, farming. But yeah, that's the thing. If you E on her, she's gonna charm, so you just have to be aware of that. Otherwise, your lane phase seems fine. You're making right decisions. You should probably be looking at what's going on.
yeah.
But yeah,
I
that guy's
saw
just
this.
dead.
I
Yeah,
saw that Hikram was invading, and he was like 1 HP, so I just
you
stayed
just said,
lane.
yeah, that's fine. That's good.
I just wanted
Mm,
to show.
we only have about like 20 more minutes, so like until about 7:20. So we can kind of go over mid game a little more in that last 20 minutes, but we can see what you do because your lane phase looks fine, honestly. So I think
Yeah,
if you did want to do continuous coaching, I think we'd cover your mid game macro because that's probably, if I could assume, where you're struggling or why you're losing. Because your lane, you look like a fine laner, but you're not winning these games. So we have to see why. Otherwise, this is all fine. This is all good. Let's fast forward a little here because you're just farming. I want to cover your mid game macro more so. So like if I notice something, I'll tell you pause. But otherwise, you're literally just shoving in waves on repeat. That's fine. So you can just play this. Like you're just shoving in waves on repeat. There's nothing really to cover here. This is good. You want to make sure you're pressuring if she recalls. This is all fine. I want to see how you rotate around the map because I think that's where. because you guys should have won this game, and I get it, Hecarim inted from what you say, but here I would recall. Here, if you stay on the map, this is kind of troll. Maybe this is why your macros not like here. Here, pause it. Pause it. You guys just got first tower here. Hit tab and X. You have 1.4k gold. You have Bork in the buy. Like you don't actually want to fight here. The reason what you don't want to fight is because you're sitting on Bork. That like makes sense. So
Yeah,
right, that makes sense. So like this is probably you're probably taking poor fights and not really macroing correctly. If like I were to guess, no flame. But even though this Hecarim is fighting, you want to ping him off. You want to use your pings. The reason why. Wait, do you have Bork right? Did you already buy Bork?
yeah, I already had pork.
Oh, we didn't look at your items. Okay. If you have board, but you
Yeah,
have Berserker Greed, you're like the reason why I just say you guys just got mid tower. You're sitting on gold. You're like overstepping, if that makes sense, by fighting them in the jungle. Like you already did a lot. You
yeah,
already got gold, so you don't want to overstay here. Does that make sense?
yeah,
Okay, but we can play this out. Like you guys are kind of overstaying. So this is where you want to be aware of what's going on. Like even if you guys get this here, pause it. Pause it. Even if you guys get this kill, I want you to be aware that you are overstaying. So like you guys might get a kill, you might think it's okay, but I want you to be aware that you guys just took mid tower, you're sitting on a lot of gold, you guys are overstaying. Does that make sense?
yeah,
Okay. But you could play it out. We can see like the fight as well. Here it's hard to catch this guy. This is where boots makes a difference. Like it's actually really helpful on melee chance. We can see a couple times throughout this game where like boots would have helped, but like boots does help, but anyways, you could play it out. But this is good. Hecarim went back in, so you get the ulti charge. If Hecarim didn't go back in, you wouldn't have caught that guy. But this is all
yeah,
fine. Um, See, drags up. We overstayed, so now we're all low for this drag. So I'm like trying to teach you macro. I'm not sure what
yeah,
level of macro you have, but the objective's up, drags up. I think, unless this is like some replay visual bug, but drags up. You want to recall so you have items for drag because a fight at drag's gonna break out. So that should be your number one
yeah,
priority here. You're still sitting on gold from that tower. You got a kill, an extra free kill you want to recall because you're sitting on probably like 1.6k gold. So you,
yeah,
yeah, 1.6k gold. You want to recall and buy. Please tell me you buy Berserker Greaves at the bare minimum.
yeah,
If you okay, like Berserker, like it helps move around the map and stuff. But like yeah, so here we're overstaying super hard. You should be pinging this guy off to run. You should be pinging him hard, like get out, get out. We're sitting on. You should just know this, but I can explain it to you and like I don't know if you want to continue coaching, but you'll get in the habit of knowing these things, and this will help you hit diamonds so easily. It honestly, it's not your lane phase; it's your macro. You should just know
yeah,
like this is like super troll. You should be spam pinging, not spam pinging obviously, but like two or three pings, everyone run. You should just know, and not because these guys are low, but because this is just overstaying. The reason they're low is because you guys are sitting on a shit ton of gold. You want to recall here,
yeah,
okay? But yeah, you could play it out. I think it's
yeah.
more your
Like
mid game
before.
macro. But I'll analyze your mid game macro. See. So now let's see. We should be aware of what you bought. Okay, this is good. And here
Freeze
you want to go
enemies.
bot. Do you go bot here or do you go mid?
Uh, yeah, I got bot.
Okay, this is good. All right.
Yeah,
So
and
you're
I
aware once
like
you get mid tower, you side lane, right?
yeah. I told Calista to go mid, but she just followed me. I like
That's fine. Like honestly, she might stay for one wave, but the moment you can ping assist, like ping defend tower mid to get her to think to go mid, but like it's
yeah,
fine to run bot here. Once you take all the farms, she's gonna just run mid. But this is all fine. You probably get a kill. No flash. I think you kill this girl. You should be able to kill her. Okay, nice. This is all good. If this girl is trolling by staying bot, just take tower with her. Someone else will cover mid, but this is fine. This is like silver macro, honestly. But I teach you the ways. I teach you how to get good macro. So even if these guys are trolling, you don't. You know what to do. Does that make sense? Like this guy might troll, and that's why he's gonna stay stuck silver. but I'll teach you what to do so you do the right thing, even if this guy does like even if this guy does the wrong thing, I want to make sure that you're doing the right thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Regardless of what
And
this
like
idiot's doing, you have to do the right thing.
yeah. I like because I saw that like Rift was up
Hmm.
and I
You
stayed
have
bot
TP.
to
Yeah, you
like
have bot with TP.
I
That yeah, this
bought
is
and
correct
TP,
macro. But like what
maybe
you
hit tower and maybe bait like Rammus to come bot and we get a free rift, but it
Yeah,
like
that's
doesn't
that's
end up.
fine. I mean, if you want to here, pause it. If you want to do that, if you want to do that, you need to communicate with your team. If you're staying bot to bait the Rammus to come bot so they can get Rift, you need to ping Rift Herald at the very least, because otherwise they're not gonna know what you're doing. Like good players will
Yeah,
see the jungle bot and go Rift Herald, but you need to communicate that to your team just so they're aware of your plan. Okay.
yeah.
All right, but yeah, that's fine. Here
Then I
you
like
get
dive
taunted under tower. Yeah,
and
you're
like
probably
go
gonna
for
die. You have to be aware of the Rammus. That's the thing about Yas. You have to be aware of like you're very susceptible to dying. It's very much like Irelia. You don't have a dash. You have a dash, but you're only mobile with minions. Does that make sense? So you have to be
yeah,
aware that you can get dove on super hard. Otherwise, you can play it out. This is probably pretty bad to die here, so we should cover this. But if you get
yeah,
Rift Herald, like that was sort of your plan. But you should never die here. You don't want to die here. This is like
yeah,
even if like you can bait the gank without dying. Does that make sense?
yeah.
You want to
And
bait
then
the
I
like. Hmm?
and then I'm pretty sure I TP here to protect tower.
I don't think you should TP.
Oh no,
Okay,
I won't die.
don't don't TP because you want to save TP in case a fight breaks out. You want to save TP mid game as much as possible for when you're sat here. I'll write this down for you. Now I'll write down notes. You can rewatch here. Pause it. You can rewatch this video, but I'm gonna write down these notes for you. Save TP mid game so when you're split pushing, you have TP if a fight breaks out. Does that make sense? I don't really need to
Yeah,
explain that, right? But yeah, I wrote that down for you. But anyway, you can play it. But yeah, that's why you don't want to TP here. Even if it like you don't really have to save tower. Honestly, bot tower isn't that impactful. Like you could do it, but honestly, unless it was like some big wave where you're gonna miss all the gold, I wouldn't TP for bot tower. Okay,
yeah. Um, yeah, I killed this guy and I get tower because I didn't see any like objectives or like
that's good.
this
This is all
guy's low.
fine. Like
Yeah,
not being there. If you get the solo kill on side lane, that's good. This is all good. This is a good play, and you get tower. We'll see what you do after. I want to analyze what you do after. But you still have to be aware if a fight breaks out, you have TP. I know you have no ult, but still look, okay? Still look, just in
yeah,
case. Because you might not need ult to win the fight. So just be aware. You should be looking here. You
yeah.
could
I get
TC, you
tower
could
and I
TP
TP.
here. You could.
Yeah, I TP'd here,
Okay.
but
I
like the
mean, it's a
fight was
little.
already.
But this is fine. You guarantee the Rammus as long as you get a kill for it. But yeah, you want to at least be looking. But that's fine. You get a kill for it. You guys can push mid. This is all good. This is good. Surprised you lose this game. I don't really know what happened. Here you're kind of helping them siege. That's fine. You maybe could have farmed their wolves instead of doing that because this Mordekaiser wouldn't really be doing anything anyways. But that's fine. Mid game and Yash, you want to make sure you're not dying and farming as much as possible. And then if a fight
Yeah,
breaks out, you move to the fight. Otherwise, this is all fine.
and then I
Uh,
see that Mordekaiser's top, and like these guys are like all like towers low, and they just respawned, and I can like guarantee a tier two. So I like greeted for this tower.
okay. Yeah, this is fine. As long as you don't die. It's okay to greed for tower, but you just have to make sure you don't die, because if you die for it,
Yeah, I
uh,
died for it.
I don't think that's worth it here. Go back. Unless if you have some huge item spike for it, I don't think that's worth it, because look at the HP of the tower. You can just hit the backspace button. Like, the HP of the tower is. That tower is gone anyways. You'll probably get it next few waves. You don't have
Yeah,
to die for this. Now you're trading one tower for one kill. So I wouldn't actually die for towers unless if it's some tier 2 and you need the gold, 700 gold it's worth. But otherwise, you're
Yeah.
just trading a kill for a tower. Especially with the tower being super low, you guys can probably get it whenever. I wouldn't die for this tower, okay?
Yeah.
Especially, also, you're in a winning state. You don't want to give them over any more free kills. So that's why you don't die for this tower. We could play, because we're kind
Yeah.
of running out of time. So you could, like, I can go over a little over an hour, but, like, we don't want to go too much. But you can just, like, I still want to cover this game. I want to see why you lost, but you can play it
Yeah.
through.
And this fight kind of like makes us lose.
Really? It's just
Yeah.
do they kind of get baited? Yeah, this is what happens in like this happens in all ranks until you hit like master tier. They get baited in. Like once one guy dies, everyone else dies. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we analyze, like, it's not really your fault because you didn't mind control these guys to go in, but a sequence did start because of you. So key takeaway here: regardless of everyone else inting, don't trade your life for tower. If one here, let me write this down. Let me see. Don't die for tower if one winning and two tower is guaranteed dead later. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. But yeah, this is pretty bad for the game state, but you can play it out. Mm, you can skip forward a little bit, see what you do. Yeah, it's fine to go top here. You
Yeah,
can
I
mash
got
some word.
shield bow from the tower.
That's fine. I mean, honestly, I still don't think it's worth to die for tower when you're winning. You can just go farm wolves or something if you need shield bow, or like farm
Yeah,
something else. But
I went like the opposite way from like objective for TP, and
that's
because I
fine. But you don't
oh
actually have TP. Like,
I
so
don't even
I
have
would
TP.
have went bot here, or at the
Shit.
very least, like, yeah, just be aware of that. This drag fight is going to be pretty big, so you want to make sure you're in this fight and you're especially strong. Like, you could, unless you like kill this Mord 1v1, do you die this would be really bad if you die to this guy. Do you kill him?
Nah, I killed this guy.
Oh shit. Oh, you have shield, bro. Okay. My god, this is so fucking close. Okay. Okay, that was like super close. But that's
Yeah,
all
and then
good.
I trade tower for dragon, I'm pretty sure.
That's fine. This is all fine. As long as you get the kill in time. If you die here, this is really bad macro,
Yeah,
honestly. But if you get the kill, that's fine. If we see them, oh yeah, they're recalling. You can stay.
yeah,
But Pantheon actually recalled, so you might actually die here. We have to
yeah. So I
like.
like
He's probably gonna. Ah, you have good life steal. I think this is fine. Mm,
yeah, and then I
okay,
recall here.
this is fine. You can fast forward because you're just gonna recall. But this is all
Yeah,
good. How do you guys
and
lose
we
this game? You
and they
guys
win
won
the
this
fight
fight.
anyway.
Here, fast forward a little bit because we're kind of running out of time. So I just want to make sure we cover. I want to see why you lost. But this is fine. You're going bot to get tier two. You want to play for the tier two here. You can slow it down. Once you get into the action, you can slow it down. But here you want to go bot because you're by the objective, and you want to play for tier two. Here, I'll write this
Yeah,
down. Mid game play for tier two. This is all fine. He does have ulti, so you have to be ready. This is all good. I'm surprised you guys lose this game.
I don't know what this
Here,
bomb did with Blissed
here I would have ulted that guy. Why did we not ult? This guy should have been dead. I think we could have killed this guy. I know you're like maybe waiting out his W, but honestly, we could have just killed him through his W. Oh no, this is pretty bad now. Me,
I tried
okay,
killing the Neela here.
a bit of
I got taunted.
a bit of a misplay. This is more mechan. This is not really even mechanical. This is like champ mastery. You could have killed that Rammus 100% if you ulted. So in the
Yeah,
future, I would just like you gotta play your champ a little more to know your damage. But if you killed that Rammus, you wouldn't have been in this situation. But we can just play it forward. That like, yeah, kind of unlucky. You guys are throwing a little bit. but you're still up 7k gold. You can put on 2 times. You don't have to go 8 times here. Go back. You can put on 2 or 4 times and then slow it down. This is fine. See what you do. I would play with the team, but you have TP, so you can kind of hover with your team. If they're all dying here, I would have TP ready, but here, go back. Go back. What happened? How did they all die here? What led to all this? Go back one more. The start of the fight. So they're all.
Okay.
This guy just randomly sends it. Okay, here, pause it. Pause it. This might not seem like your fault, but it is your fault because you know what you're supposed to do once tier twos are down. Here,
Yeah.
once tier twos are down. Once tier two towers are down, path mid. You should be pathing mid once tier two towers are down, and if you path mid, you would have been at this fight. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I want you again the habit of once the tier two side lane towers are down to path mid, and then if nothing happens, because 24 minutes in the game hit tab, you have items, you're strong, you want to be in these fights. Your 3 items. I don't know about Stridebreaker, but I think you should win IE, but that's fine. We can talk about item builds at a different point.
I just
But
I just feel
mm,
like I is just like a super int item because it's so expensive and like I feel like Yasuo
it's
already has enough
super strong
damage.
on Yas. I think with Shield Bow plus IE and like especially if you're farming well, I think IE is fine to go. But that's not. We can talk about that another time. I want to make sure that you're pathing mid here every time the tier two. This will help you so much. If you're
Yeah.
strong, path through mid. Okay, this is what higher rank elo players do. They pass through mid, and then if a fight breaks out, they're here for it. But if a fight doesn't break out, they can just pivot to top or bot. Okay,
Yeah.
but that's what you should be doing. Because then you would have sword banned this fight. I know they sent it 2v4, but you would have like you're just getting the habit of pathing mid. That one, you're still up 4k gold, so we'll see what happens. Here you have to
Yeah.
cover mid. This is a little troll. Okay, now you're caught out and died. Okay, yeah, that one was super troll. I don't know why you went on Scuttle, but now
Uh
okay, I think I can get Baron
yeah.
here. This the moment the heck dies and they're all mid, they're either gonna go Baron or Siege mid. We want to make sure we're defending mid. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I see the issue. Your laning is perfectly fine. So in the future, if you want to continue, we don't have to cover lane. What I'm gonna do that's gonna help you so much is I want you to play a live game and then listen to every mid game macro call I say and then rewatch what I said and let that digest about why I said it. Does that make sense? Like I'll just tell you
Uh
go mid, go bot, go top, see why, and then just do it and like because you're I think it's your mid game macro. If you learn the mid game macro, you will easily climb. Because I can tell it's not your lane or your mechanics. It's your mid game macro. So we would have to do a
right.
live. Like if you ever wanted to do this again, we don't have to. Like this perfectly free, fine, perfectly free. But if you actually want to improve, I know what we need to do. I need to coach you in a live game on
Right.
yeah, I need a like we could play this out, but I'm pretty sure it's just your mid game macro that's lacking.
Then could you is it possible for like a live game like today, like now?
Um, yeah, that's fine. I can. I think
Like
honestly, I
yeah.
usually do one to like I wasn't even doing this. I'll just say this real quick. I'm recording all this, but I just randomly posted, and then so many people want continuous coaching that I can do 1 to 2 free sessions per se. It's pretty much just like I coach for an hour. It's not really even sessions. It's not that serious. But I just coach
Yeah.
for an hour, and then after like 2 sessions, if you do want to continue, it'll be $20 an hour. But honestly, what I think you should do, if you have one more free session, I can coach you a live game. But I think you should rewatch the VOD, listen to what I talked to you about, and then say tomorrow or a couple days I watch one of your live games. Okay, I think that's like if you're gonna do one more session and then stop there because you don't want to pay, which is perfectly fine. I think you should
Yeah.
at least I think you should at least watch this VOD and then we do a live coaching. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Um,
but if you do notice it's helpful and you do want to continue, I do coach, but it will be $20 an hour. But it's up to you.
yeah. It's just I'm like kind of busy with that uni right now. I'm just like this is like my only off day. I think
It's fine. I mean,
I'm just checking my schedule right now.
mhm.
Uh, I mean, I could do like
Yeah,
I
I'm
like I
gonna
like
stop.
DMG.
I'm gonna stop the recording.